Okay, in this video, we're doing more of the same. In our last video, we looked at quadratic formula, which you see in black, and we said we can only use that when our quadratic equation is set equal to 0. Okay, and our goal here is to actually talk about just the part that's underneath the square root. So we're looking at this thing right here, that's called the discriminant. So if you look at our question, again, they're just asking for the discriminant. The difference here is most of these questions are not quite set up in our standard form. So we need to maybe move a piece or two around before we get there. So if we look at this original question here, okay, so I have negative 4x squared plus 18x plus 112, and it's going to equal 2x. First thing I need to do is get one side equal to 0. So it's going to be much easier to take the 2x and bring it to the left side. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. That's going to get me still a negative 4x squared. But if I take 2x away from both sides, now I just have 16x here. Still have a 112, going to equal 0. Okay, so we're going to bring this up a little bit to the top. Okay, now I know what A is negative 4. Okay, I know that B is 16. And I know that C is 112. Okay, and I need to plug that into the stuff that's under the square root of that quadratic formula. So that is B squared minus 4 times A times C. So that's what I'm going to plug it into. So for this particular problem, I'm going to take B squared, so 16 squared, minus 4 times A, so 4 times a negative 4, and C is 112. Okay, so I need to figure out what some of these things are. I'm definitely going to use my calculator for this. If I did 16 squared, 16 squared, there we go. Okay, I get 256. Okay, and then I have 4 times negative 4 times 112. Okay, that gets me negative 1792. So minus a negative 1792. Now that's really plus 1792. So 256 plus 1792 gets me 2048. So that should be my answer. So that's a really big number. Remember, we're going to take the square root of it in the actual problem. But for this one, let's go ahead and type in 2048, we said. We're going to submit our answer. Okay, there we go. Say yes, and we got it right. So that's kind of what we're working on here, is taking our discriminant. Now maybe you don't have options, but it's very, very similar to what you did in the previous lesson.